From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know. First time with Kareem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12.
And it's third down.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brings up second.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Jennings now on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A.J. Klein on the tackle there. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Third down.
Mayfield off the play fake. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
10-10 at their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54. And we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Back. Hey, watch it.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Browns first down.
First down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 80,
Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And Mayfield just getting the play off. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Watch the safety creep.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flush to his right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Singletary to get the drive started. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
4-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now Allen again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Allen off the play fake. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
No gain.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, they went 2 yards in the wrong direction on the last pass play, and now it's 3rd and 12. He's going to look deep here for Ward. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They go play action here on first down. Going deep for Diggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Following the interception, Mayfield. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Cleveland.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts.
1st and goal, Cleveland.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
at the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 53 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. A little juke. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to look deep here for Ward. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
It's second.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They shakes him off. Now Mayfield lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
5-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He'll get this to Ward. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Ward. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's fielded at the 45. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
54, right there, 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing is Allen on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Allen going to give to Singletary on the option. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time? That maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's going to look deep here for Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Bills.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Browns drive about to get started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Hunt. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Mayfield now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Mayfield on first down. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bills' 17-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Winslow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 9 yards that time on the keeper. Brings up 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now Landry. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check out.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Mayfield with it once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And again, it's Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Singletary going to get the handoff. And Singletary has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score, Bills.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bills, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.